Thank you, Dan. Dan changed to glue racing. It's not spray anymore. We're going to put glue. All right.
You take care of you.
Oh yeah. We're going to put, is Dave going with you?
No.
Okay, then I guess he's stuck with me. All right. Because he wanted to go home. I don't want to go home tonight. So when they went to glue down here, now I can come down and I control my own destiny with the glue bottle. And now I come down and I win the SoCal USRA Championship going away. You lose. Because now I control my own destiny. And I don't care what they do with the power. It doesn't make any difference. So then, I don't know what happened then, why I kind of cut back a little bit. Maybe I got in love again, I don't know.
What time was this? What year?
71 probably. That's when I hooked up with Joel, with Cayman. I was running Reedy for a while, and then Reedy stopped, left us hanging out to dry. So I contacted Joel, and I've been racing for him ever since 1971. But in that period of time there, you know, something was going on. I don't know what happened. I just wasn't racing as much. I was racing pretty seriously. Then I started racing real serious again. And up through 1980, I won Western States down here. Could have won it another time. In 84, I was really fast. The only problem is, at that point in time, when you went to the Nats, you really needed to have done, well still, you needed to have been there for the warm-up races. And I was never able to go, you know, take the time off of work to go to the warm-up races, so you're always going in cold. And you're always behind on the curve. But in 1984, I had the first wreck. And that one, well, they both damn near killed me. But that one, you know, 37 days later, I come out of the hospital. And I barely made it to the Nats. The Nats was in Fresno in 84. So I drove to the airport, picked up Joel and Laster, and who else did I pick up? Probably Chubba. And we're running on the track there at 220 Engelman. And I'm still under the weather because this was Labor Day. Nats used to be Labor Day. And I got, let's see, I went in to the hospital, it was May 21st. May 21st. And I came out 37 days later. So that wasn't much recovery time for me to have any kind of anything, because, you know, I had to learn to walk all over.
How bad you got in?
A woman drove her Chevrolet right over top of me. Yeah, I was riding my motorcycle to work, and when she turned left in front of me, I stepped off the bike. I don't remember doing it, but the guy I talked to says, you stepped off the bike and went into a slide, and you ended up going underneath her car, in between the wheels. She drove her Chevy right across my back here, and caught my jacket with a part of the bumper, and they said threw me up, 15 feet up in the air. Came down, and then everybody figured I was dead, but nope. I woke up once there on the ground, somebody asking me if I knew who I was and what happened, and I said, yeah. And obviously I've crashed because I'm on the ground talking to you and I'm not on my motorcycle, so I've obviously crashed. Then I woke up in the ambulance once, had a color in front of me and a flashback, and I knew I was in deep shit. And then I woke up, they're wheeling me into surgery in the hospital. And they said, can you sign this consent form? And I go, I don't know, put it up here. And I woke up 3 days later. And I'd gotten remarried. I wasn't a real happy camper. 3 days, I woke up 3 days later. then I learned how bad you can hurt and not die. The nurses screwed up that night. They came in. The only thing I can do is I can move my feet like this. And they said, okay, Mr. Hood, you ready for your walk? And I'm going, walk? You're crazy. Nope, nope, got to get you up. I go, all right. They sat me up in bed. Oh, fuck. I didn't know that the human body could hurt that bad and not die. I mean, I got a morphine drip, and you know, I'm wired. I got tubes everywhere, plus a couple new ones. And then they moved my legs, and then I knew you could hurt even more than sitting me up. They said, okay, you're going to the bathroom and back. So I've got an IV pole in both hands and a nurse under each arm. I remember I got to the door, and then I woke up the next day in bed. So that means I passed out at the door. I didn't find out until later from one of the nurses after I was in ICU for a long time. When I got out of ICU, the head nurse told me that, boy, the shit hit the fan. They weren't supposed to walk you that night. And after Peggy, that was the gal that saved my life, she was the head of the trauma team. She says, Peggy reamed him, just reamed him. And then, after she got done screaming at him, she says, all right, you didn't kill him, get him up again tomorrow. If he did it, get him up again. So, okay.
Your therapy started.
Yeah, that's therapy, man. You know, get up. So then it was just a matter of, okay, I'm alive, I'm awake, everything moves. What do I got to do to get out of here? So, 37 days later, she wheels me out of the hospital, and she says, you're the best patient I ever had. You have an incredibly strong will to live. Says, I thought I lost you half a dozen times. I go, well, you kept it from me. I'm awake. What do I got to do? She says, you never pissed and moaned. You just did what I told you to do. And she says, I've never had a patient do that. They've always, got some lame ass, She says, you just did it. And it was a goal. Every day I go a little farther, Just pretty soon I'm hot lapping, around the floor. And all right. 8 months later, wreck number 2.
Motorcycle?
No, I haven't been on a motorcycle since. I'm on my first day of vacation. I'm gonna go fix something's going on with the vent for the dryer. I'm headed to Orchard Supply. I never made it. Guy in a bottom dump runs a static red light at 70 plus miles an hour and knocks me 200 feet the opposite direction. And, again, I saw him coming, so I don't remember. It was unconscious. I just locked it up and pitched it into the intersection, trying to scrub off speed. Because there's no conscious thought that if I go in this way, I'm dead, because I would have been. And, anyway, he did everything but paralyze me. I went to God only knows how many doctors to find out why I had this burning pain in my neck all the time. And he said, that's because you came about that close to being a quadriplegic. He says, I know this from doing autopsies on people. He says, you have scar tissue on your spinal sheath, because you came that close to breaking your neck. And you've also got the same thing in your lower back. So, and you're going to have traumatic arthritis as you get older. And yeah, you're right. He says, you'll have traumatic arthritis in every joint in your body from this one. Okay, I'm alive. And that was only 7 days in the hospital. Broken collarbone, dislocated. It's still, see that?
Oh, yes.
It's still, there wasn't enough meat, enough bone left to put a plate in to hold it together. So it's just, it's there. But that finished off my working career. I haven't worked since February 5th, 1985. And I didn't get nearly enough money, believe me. Even if I'd have got $5 million, it wouldn't be enough. Nothing isn't enough to lose your health. We take it for granted, getting up and walking and all the stuff we do. Yeah. I'm a legal drug addict. You know, I take 240 milligrams of codeine every day just so I can get up and move around. And I take 2,400 of a pain reliever muscle relaxer. If I didn't take it, I'd never leave my chair. So, you know, Anna, continue racing. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know, you play the cards that you're dealt, and okay, that second wreck cost me a wife because I was not a very nice man. I scared her. I was ready to kill somebody. I wasn't looking for the bitch. I wasn't looking for the first one. But the guy that ran over me the second time, he died. He had a heart attack just before we were going to go to trial. But for several years, I came real close to killing several people. I had the shotgun there at the door. I was going to kill my fucking neighbor. I was, yeah. It was
Hard.
yeah, real hard. You just, until you go through life-threatening things like that, you never know how you're going to react, what you're going to feel like. And I felt like killing some people. Yeah, I felt like killing some people. I still have that, whatever, the post-traumatic stress. Several years ago, Social Security doctor wanted to talk to me to see if I was still disabled. He goes, yeah, you're still fucked up. You know, you still have it. You know, because I was having a flashback right there talking to him.
So how do you handle your professional racing? How do you handle your professional racing at this time?
I just do the best I can.
And you were very successful at it.
Yeah, still, I'm amazed. I'm almost 70 years old and I can still beat, when I have a good car, you know, when I'm on equal footing with people, I can still beat probably 90% of the people in the country. Which, I don't know, I don't understand it. Just thanks, Mom and Dad. You know, I have really good gene pool.